Uh-oh.
I know. Oh,
Hi.
there we go. Hey, everyone.
Good morning. It's Nancy Hornback,
And I'm Bridget Petrino.
and we're doing Tiny Talks Shop. And we're so glad you're here with us. And we want to let you know that we're on
Podcast.
podcast.
Yep.
And so if you've missed any of these and you want to see them, go to the podcast.
Yes.
Yep.
It's only on iTunes right now, but just search Tiny Talks Shop.
Okay.
And you'll find it and subscribe and give us a great rating. We would love it.
Would be awesome.
Yes.
So today's topic, we're going to talk about fear of something. Do you have a fear of falling? Do you have a fear of heights? Do you have a fear of bugs? Do you have a fear of
Someone just wrote snakes.
snakes?
Yeah.
Ooh. And
Spiders, yeah.
does that hold you back from doing what you'd really like to do?
Yes.
So, do you want me to go first today?
Sure, you
okay,
can go.
so I'll tell mine. One of my biggest fears is I'm totally afraid of heights, completely and totally. And especially if there is no border along, like if there's no fence or something. As long as there's some sort of border, I can do it. But I'll tell you about a debilitating time. I was I used to live in Nevada and in Reno, and we went to Lake Tahoe.
I've
My
heard
husband and I.
about this.
Okay, so
Yes.
going around, we decided we were going to take all the
yeah.
way around the lake. However, there's a portion that you're going around Lake Tahoe that is a cliff on both sides. It's very narrow. It's for two cars
On both
only.
sides.
Very narrow. The whole thing is
gosh.
there is no fence. There is no railing. There is
That
nothing.
sounds scary.
Oh.
I'm not afraid of heights, but that sounds scary.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I just about died. I was like, I don't think I can go. We can't go across this. We're in my car, and I'm like, I can't do this. Jim was like, you got to drive, Nancy. I'm like, and I was going like 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
People behind me are honking.
Oh,
and,
gosh.
and I'm like, I really don't care. And I just thought, I can never do that again. Like, I can't do that. And so for me, if I wanted to do some major, like adventure like that, that would keep me probably from that.
Yeah.
And there's another time when I was, rappelling, right? So Jim and I had gone to Mexico. He had a meeting in Mexico, and so I went along with them, and I did one of those adventure days, and I had no idea that we were going to be rappelling. I'd never
What's
done
rappelling?
Where you go back off the cliff of like a hillside or a mountainside, and you use a rope to go all the way down.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. And
Gosh.
so there's my experience with that. I almost missed it, and I'm glad I did. So I did overcome this fear. So I'm holding onto the back, and I said, I can't do this. And the guide was like, my grandma can do this. What, are you kidding me? And I'm like,
Oh, geez.
I can do this. No, I can't. And I got off. And I
Oh.
said, so everybody else had to go in front of me. And then I was like, I got to try to do this. I got to get over this. I was scared to death. I'm like, And so he's like, just go. And so, hi, Jackie. So anyway, I did it, and I was so glad I did it because it was just that initial fear. And as soon as I got over that, I was like, oh, that was so much fun. Now, would I do it again? No. It was really fun.
That's funny. The guy probably got you. He probably had to say that to people a lot.
His grandmother didn't do that. But anyway, I just thought that was really funny.
That's funny.
So, but heights is absolutely my biggest fear is heights. What about you?
I have a confession that I am terrified to fly. And it's not like I'm afraid the plane is going to crash. It's the whole like getting in the plane and the noises and like just everything about it is terrifying. And honestly, I have at least once a week a dream about flying. Like it's on my mind all the time. Like I'll dream, not that a plane is necessarily crashing, but just that I have to get on a plane and I don't want to. So it's yeah. I
told her she should have come to Miami with me last weekend.
I should have. Oh my goodness.
Because we can go together.
One day, just like tell me out of the blue, so I don't have time to like think about it. I just have to like get on the plane and go. But
we just might do it just for we might just have to take a day trip somewhere. Find the cheapest flight, like $43.
Yeah.
And go somewhere for a day.
Oh my goodness.
I'd go with you.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's all good.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of what it. Tracy says bridges.
Yeah,
hi,
I don't
John.
like
Oh my
bridges
gosh,
either.
John Barr. Hey, dude. Okay,
I
so
saw
Dwight.
someone else for elevators, I think.
Okay, so Dwight says, "Good morning, ladies, and all of the above." Yes, I did. Wow. But confronted those fears head on, and now I have no fear of them. I actually was a cable guy for years and gave tutorials on how to use the functions of the new equipment in front of many people for years.
Wow.
Oh, and yes, on ladders in excess of 20 feet off the ground.
I mean,
that
does sound scary. I mean, some things are just legitimately scary.
Yeah.
I have a terrible fear of failure. Yeah, and a lot of people, I think, fear that, or fear what other people are going to think of you. And I'm actually reading this book right now called Running Scared. I forget the name of the author, but he says that you have to fight fear with fear. So the funny thing is that all of a sudden, a bigger fear can cancel out that smaller fear. Like if your daughter was, trapped somewhere, all of a sudden your fear of heights goes away because you're going to go get your daughter. So
good point.
It was interesting to look at it that way. Like if I had to fly somewhere, to get one of my kids, you better believe I'd be running onto that.
That's right, exactly.
So all of a sudden that fear is gone. It's like tricking your mind.
Yeah, and I think, and that's part of, definitely, if you have a fear of something to it's trying to teach you something. It's trying to, but I don't know, like heights and stuff. I don't know what that's trying to teach me, because my stomach goes, gets really kind of sicky. And Becca says, I have a social anxiety disorder, so that has held me back my whole life. Also fear of flying in heights. I can go up, just can't come down. And that's, okay, so here it brings up another, Becca, you bring up another point for me. So in that same trip to Mexico, I was telling you about when I was rappelling backwards. We also went up to one of the Mayan ruins, and I didn't have any problems going up because I didn't even pay attention to what was behind me. So I'm like going up and no problem, because I wanted to see it. Yeah. Because I wanted to see it. Never once did I think, oh crap, I got to go back down.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm watching this. So one of the girls that was in our group bounds all the way down. I'm like, what is she doing? She's going to fall. I had to go on my bottom, hold on to this rope, and I had to go super slow, and I had to just look right in front of me to go. But it's just like those things, because I feel like I'm actually going to fall over the edge or something. But I do feel like that, especially fear of failure, because I'm going to actually go back to that. That failure is trying to teach you something great. Like that's pushing, like coming up against not trying for a job, not trying for to sing if you want to sing, or be an artist if you want to be an artist, or whatever it is that you want to do. Go up right up against it. And so I'm going to encourage you to do that, and don't be afraid of failure. I can tell you, as a performer and many years of having to get up in front of people and audition, you get a whole lot more no's than you get yeses, that's for sure. And it never gets any easier, but at least I did it. And what you'll say to yourself is, at least I tried. Right. And that's the only thing that because if you don't try, you don't know what you can really accomplish when you let fear hold you back, whatever those fears are. Now again, I'm still trying to
it's a constant battle.
Like the heights thing, I don't know.
Well, like you said to me, maybe it was last week or the week before, it was after we had done a video, she said, do you regardless of the outcome. And that has really stuck in my head. Like, you know what, at least I was true to myself. I might not have done a great job, or someone might not have liked what I did, but I was true to me, and that feels good.
Yeah. Donna says snakes. Yeah, I don't know how to help you with the snakes. I don't think I'd want to go up on fear on the snake thing. Yeah. And that's, Carol Ann says, when you lose a lot of family members in life, I have a fear of being alone. And my daughter said something very interesting yesterday. She said to me, Mama, so if I'm wherever I am, I'm not going to lose myself. Oh. And I said, very astute, because she was really meaning wherever she is, she's right there. Yeah. And I thought that was like very interesting. And I thought, you know what, because you really are never alone, because you're always there, right? Yeah. And so may not seem like may sound a little silly, but I just feel like even though you think you're alone, you're not really alone. Because there are other people that you can reach out to. You just have to be willing, again, going up against that fear, to reach out to somebody if you are feeling really alone. So, hi, Brad.
I think we're running out of time here.
Yeah, we're out of time.
And I think we got all the comments.
I think so, too. Thank you guys so much again for joining us. I think we might do one on shoes next week.
Yes, I love that idea.
So here's what we're going to ask you to do. So next week when we do this, I don't know what day we're going to do it, but think about what shoe best represents you. So, and why? And why? And if you feel like you want to share a picture of it, please do. That would be awesome. We'd love that. And we'll bring a shoe that represents us as well. And see and also tell what shoe you think we might be.
Yes. Take a guess.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us. Remember to share this, and remember to go on our podcast too.
Yep.
Right?
Yes. Okay. Tiny Talks Shop.
Great. Thanks,
All right,
everybody. Have a
bye.
great day. Mwah.